Booyah! Another edition of the Real Estate Cam, and I'll explain the booyah in about a minute. So what has been keeping me up late at night recently is this announcement from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac about 2 weeks ago that they will be lifting the bank foreclosure moratorium that they had placed in February. Other banks had actually placed them in October, and I'm not quite understanding the difference between the October ones and the February ones. Anyhow, a bank foreclosure moratorium is not so much that the banks have these properties on their books and they're not selling them on the MLS. No, this is a couple months before that, when they're in the process of sending out the letters to homeowners saying that you're delinquent, we're going to be foreclosing on your property. When you do a moratorium, my understanding is that that stops those letters, those threats that were about to go to foreclosure. And the reason that they implemented this moratorium is they wanted to wait until the Obama administration had a chance to come out with a plan to try to help people that were facing foreclosure. That plan is now out, and that plan briefly is to help people refinance their property, giving them 105%, or allowing them to refinance up to 105% of the current appraised price. However, it's only going to help maybe 10-20% of the marketplace, because if you're too far underwater, if you bought a $600K place and you have a $550K loan and it's now worth $500K, you're only going to get 105% of today's price. You're going to get 500K plus 5%, which is approximately $25,000. So you'll get a loan for $525, which is not enough to pay off your $550K mortgage that you might have. So most people will not be helped. I'm guessing maybe 10-20% of the people might be helped by this. So it's good for them, life-changing event for them, but not for everyone else. So the Fannie and Freddie Mae wanted to put a moratorium to help some people try to use the Obama's plan. 2 weeks ago, they lifted that moratorium. Now, what's been interesting, what's been happening in the marketplace is some places that have 70 to 80% less bank-owned inventory. Somebody today actually in Loudoun County told me that the inventory for bank properties is nil, next to none. Everything that's on there is just really dumpy stuff. So the inventory is tanking, and my big fear is that because of the bank foreclosure moratorium, a fake stopgap that will just result in a future flood. So I did a bunch of research trying to find out some charts that show how the moratorium affected foreclosures, so that you could predict what the backlog is and when it's going to hit and stuff like that, but I wasn't able to find anything. So what did I do? I took the next step. If I can't get the answer for you, I will try and get somebody else who can get the answer for you. So I called my good old friend, I've never met him before, but he picked my birthday as the bottom of the housing market. That would be Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer from Mad Money. I called him up, and it was actually should be on today's show, April 20th. And my question to him was, first of all, thanks for picking my birthday as the bottom of the housing market. But then I asked him about the bank moratorium, if that was the reason for the steep decline in bank properties, and if we're just waiting for another wave to flood. His answer was no. I actually didn't hear much further beyond that, because when you're on the phone, they actually hang up on you after you ask your question. So something around the lines of no. I'll have to watch it tonight on TiVo. He gave me a link. We'll go check it out. I'll probably post it on here for you to see. So there you have it. I'm not making any predictions on the market, just saying what Jim Cramer, supposed to be one of the professionals in CNBC, what he thought. And this is what I do. I try and help people, you know, with the good and the bad information both ways, so that you don't lose your shirt. Catch you later. blog.franklyrealty.com. Make sure you subscribe to the blog and also to the YouTube video on the upper corner. If you're on my YouTube page, youtube.com/franklyrealty, there should be a subscribe button, and you can follow me there. Also follow me on Twitter. If you were following me on Twitter, you would have known, because I sent out an announcement that I'd be on CNBC, Mad Money. So follow me on Twitter. Ciao. Bye.